I was inspired to join Proformex after having coffee with Chris Beck. I had met her through a mutual colleague, and we were just chatting over coffee, and she was telling me about a new company that she had joined, and said, it's in life insurance. And I was like, oh, interesting. Okay, I don't really know anything about life insurance. At the time, I thought it was similar to car insurance, auto insurance, or something. And she started talking about how, no, it's more like an investment or, like a 401k, and started explaining the ways in which people who purchase life insurance might not know what's happening with the policies they purchased or what the coverage is doing, or really anything about the policy and how complex they can be, and that there weren't really any stipulations that people had to keep them informed or had to speak with the policy owners to make sure that they continued to have coverage that they expected they would. And that was really fascinating to me. I had no idea that we had that kind of situation with the life insurance industry. And she talked to me about what Proformex did, and I was like, oh man, that makes a ton of sense. And she talked about a few just real world stories about people who thought that their policy was going off the rails, or didn't know that their policy was going off the rails, and with insight into what was happening, was able to get coverage that met their needs and stuck with them, whereas their previous policy would have lapsed. So it was really about the mission of protecting the policy owner that hooked me. And then of course all of the data and interesting kind of things that come along with servicing life insurance policies kind of was interesting, piqued my interest too. So from my perspective, the most meaningful way that Proformex can really make an impact is to continue protecting policy owners and getting information into the hands of people who need to make decisions or need to service their own clients, like advisors in the industry. It continues to surprise me, and I've been here for a few years now, it continues to surprise me how hard it is to get a full picture of what's happening for an individual client's policy. And some folks have multiple policies that they need to track across a number of different carriers. Obviously, customers' needs change, what they want to do with their policy or what they're looking to get out of the coverage that they have changes. And in order to just get the information to make those kinds of informed decisions is hard. It's hard for the policy owner, it's hard for the agent. It's not easy for anyone in the entire industry. So Proformex is really helping bring that information together so you get a holistic picture of what's happening. Also, we help people make informed decisions, prioritize things that need attention now, and make it really easy to just present that information in a digestible way to folks who might otherwise not have deep insurance industry insight. And so I think just continuing on that path of make life insurance easier, help bring all that information together so people can make really informed decisions at the right time for their needs. I think one of the biggest challenges that the technology team has faced, and I would say it's an ongoing challenge that we continue to get better at every day, is just learning how different the industry players are. So we service a number of different segments within the life insurance industry. And you might think that there's a one-size-fits-all for each one of those segments, and that is definitely not the case. So you have advisor, if you have 10 advisor clients, you have people that are doing business 10 different ways. And so we need our product to be able to support the ways that each one of those individuals do business. And so we need to be flexible, configurable, we need to respond to individuals, but also make sure that we're not pigeonholing the rest of the industry into doing business in a way that doesn't fit for them. So every time we learn something new or another need, we make sure that we adjust, but that's kind of the ongoing challenge for us. So the projects that I'm really excited about over the next 3 to 6 months for the technology team are focused in a couple of key areas that are going to be really important for us going forward. In order to service policies, folks in the industry have to collaborate across their entire network. So it's not just one or two people that are involved with servicing policies, it's multiple. So really making it easy for people to share information in a secure way in a single environment. We have a number of projects that are coming up that are going to support that particular initiative, which I'm really excited about. We also are just continuing to get better at the way that we ingest data, curate data, highlight data quality issues, and help people just really prioritize the policies that they need, because data is paramount when you're servicing policies. You want to make sure that you trust the information, and you want to make sure that it's working for you. So we want to help our customers really prioritize what they look at, and then not just prioritize what they look at, but also just show them what might be the most fruitful avenue if they want to find new coverage opportunities or things that their clients need, so that we're doing a lot of the legwork up front, given the information that we have in our platform. So in the next 5 years, what I see Proformex being is sort of a trusted partner in doing life insurance and annuity business. So helping folks in the industry, and that could be anyone from a policy holder to someone at a financial institution, an IMO, an individual advisor or agent, really understand what's happening with the information that they need to make decisions. So the place that you go if you just want to say, okay, I set some guidelines, here's what I want out of my life insurance coverage, and then I know that Proformex is going to alert me if it's off track, is going to bring the right people to the table to help me service that policy. If I want something, if I'm the policy owner and I want something new, I have right in front of me a way to contact my advisor or the folks that will help me get that new information. Or if I'm an advisor, and I happen to know that one of my key clients has something that's changed and they need something new, I have an easy way to have a conversation with them right in front of my face and facilitate that interaction. So knowing that life insurance is a face-to-face business, we want to make sure that we are providing a way for everyone across the entire ecosystem to right away log in. You have every piece of information that you need to make the decisions that you need to right in front of your face. No more tracking things down, easy way to kind of facilitate those interactions, and we really just simplify the way that people connect and get the kind of coverage that their customers need. Right now, at least in the industry, it's a new behavior for a number of people, or they already have processes set up that work for them. So I think some people choose not to use Proformex because they have a system that works for them. And that system could be that they just don't service policies. That system could be that they service policies and they have a really specific way of doing business that's worked for them. It could be because they're comfortable with where their business is now and they're not looking to grow it, they're not looking to, create new connections or things like that, in which case Proformex might not be a thing that they see as a business critical component.